Clapper didn't go. And it's going to be that same player backtracking all the way was Aiden Ripplinger to stop the breakaway chance for the Express's Samuel Hall. Express score on the follow-up. It is Jake Morgan getting a good one from Silas Oman. And you hear the confirmation that Silas Oman gave off a pretty good pass there. And Jake Morgan with the finish. Express with the 1-0 lead. And it's going to be Henderson skating the other way for the Seahawks. Gavin Henderson. Good skate work, getting it down low, putting it out in front. That's a save for Piazza on the doorstep. I'd say that's his best on Wyatt Archibald. Gavin Henderson made that happen. Forwarded out to neutral, 15 seconds left. Seahawks back in. Zabo, shot, glove save, Piazza. As we reset, the Express have the puck in their own zone. It's a backline pass. And it's a big hit. John Dennehy on Aiden Hayes for the Express. Wake up. It's Friday night. Aiden Hayes pursued the puck to the far half wall and paid the price. Down into the Express zone. Player on it for the Express. Sent around by Campbell Finley. Ian Connaughton says it at Max Greco. Hard shoulder on to Connaughton, finishing the check. Off the near sideboards. Express are going to attempt to clear. Bird failed, is at the left point and sent back from high to low. And it's Pachichi out there for the Seahawks, one of the defensemen. And his fellow point man shoots it. Zabo down low, scores. Jam goes home. It's tied at 1. Let's give the primary assist here to Ken Muniz. To the bench for a change. Bean to push down on Sam Hall. And this allows for the Seahawks to go the other way. Remember that if this is a goal. Hall passes. It is. And it's a beautiful pass after the fact from Atticus Bean to Riley Weekly. And Atticus Bean, a major contribution to that goal. It's 2-1 Seahawks with 5:18 to play in the second period. Pachichi does something, hoping for something good. Pangione, though, is going to take it right to the Seahawk net. Riley Birch, I believe, has made the save. AJ Palermo passing to Mario Pangione out to the point. And it's a doorstep save. Morgan from Birch. And the Express try and put it into an empty net after that. No sale. Riley Birch with a huge close-up save. Left to right side. And Express trying to get a hold on this. Instead, it's the Seahawks getting to the left circle. Henderson over to Wyatt Archibald for the shot and score from the left circle. That one was home in a good way. And it's 3-1 Seahawks with 10:38 to play in the third period. Shot off the end boards. Plenty of traffic in front of him. Jonah Bird just hoping for the best there. Empty net for the Seahawks to shoot at. Bean does so. It's an empty net goal for Atticus Bean. It is a 4-1 Seahawks lead with 1:48 to go in the third period.
Zach Pachichi end to end. Tries to go through. He gets it to the goal line all by himself. Kicks it back up to Muniz on the point. Muniz for a shot, and Pachichi scores on a tip on the power play. So the guy who starts the play, Zach Pachichi, all the way behind his net, gains all three zones, kicks it to Muniz at the point. Muniz delivers it. Machichi beats the guys off of the wall to the net front for a tip, and it is 1-0 Seahawks. Geiger loses it to the D. Nice shot blocked by Bossler. Bossler coming over. Good hit here. Gainey wins a battle. Rangers now have it below the goal line. Chichi comes over. Bean helps. Guys look like they're playing. Oh, I was just going to say, guys are playing very hard for each other right now in the D zone. But number 7, Swise, comes over the dot lane and picks short side corner to have this game 1-1 with 10.5 left.
Reckley put one out in front. Another good play for him, and it's settled down on the shot, and Anders Johnson puts it in. Mattingly initially with the shot there for the Rangers. And sat there behind Seahawks goaltender Burke. Boston Junior Rangers lead 2-1. Rangers offer one out. Zach Pappas, bang. Screen in front. I don't know how well Burke saw that, but Pappas saw the available net to shoot, and good distribution to him. And he buried it. And it's 3-1. Boston Junior Rangers lead by 2 on that power play goal. That goal came 3 minutes, 8 seconds into the second. And the power play was down, and the Rangers on the next shift score again. 4-1 them now. This was for Tyler Blassingame. Point of being livened up enough to get the next goal. Well, perhaps. We'll see how things go here. Chance! What just happened? The Rangers just scored to make it 5-1. It was apparently for Brendan Wolf. Player Pester was Wolf. That allowed Pappas to try and clear, but it is controlled by Kim Muniz. Down for Greco. Greco passes, controlled, shot, score! Zach Machichi's shot. It is a power play goal. And let's figure out who this is going to be for. It's Machichi. It's his second goal of the game. And it's 5-2. Boston Junior Rangers lead the Seahawks Hockey Club with 1 minute and 3 seconds to go in the second period. No icing here. Bean gets to it, but doesn't put it into the net. Wyatt Archibald shoots it home on the follow-up. It's a score for the Seahawks. There's 7:09 to go in regulation, and the score is 5-3 Rangers. And it's a goal. It's a one-goal game. Shot and score has just gone on the power play. 3 power play goals for the Seahawks Hockey Club today. And it is Atticus Bean. 3 minutes, 44 seconds to go. The Seahawks have cut it to 1. Greco cycles for Bean. Bean gets by a check. Put one out in front. Weekly is stoned. Angel Montanez looked like he blocked it, or did the goaltender Miller make the save there? We get the stoppage. The Ranger net came off. Passing, Muniz, back. Put it in front now. Shot, Greco, save Miller. 10.9 seconds left. Score's free. Blassingame had it chopped off a stick. He'll get to the wall. 4 seconds left. Seahawks put one out in front. Miller makes another save. Down to the last 5 minutes of the first. Looking for our first goal. Ostrom for the Seahawks from the red line. Sending it in. Player arrives onto this loose puck. It's Gavin Henderson. He shoots and save is made. And it's put in on the doorstep. And the Seahawks grab the 1-0 lead from Jackson Gates. It is 1-0 Seahawks, 4 minutes, 41 seconds to go in the first period on a nice primary assist from Gavin Henderson. Avalanche score here. They got a rebound shot home in front from Mattingly Worrell. From the point, Worrell cleans up the mess in front. It's tied at 1. Seahawks player by himself doing this. Austin Weber shot was blocked. Gets the support, and it's a goal. Austin Hirschberger to Cade Herrera. Makes it 2-1 Seahawks. Being blocked. The Avalanche really did everything they could on this goal that was scored against them to prevent it. Now the Avalanche get a broken play in front, and they score. It'll be for Aiden Hotchkiss. It is 2-2, and that's a broken play for the Avalanche. Looking a little bit like how the Seahawks goal got scored earlier in this period. Avalanche goals scored. They gave the second one online to Kyle Dam, but I thought it was Aiden Hotchkiss. Hotchkiss and Dan on the top line together. And it's the New Hampshire Avalanche goal. What an effort. And shot by Rory Andriol. Catches some metal as he enters the zone quickly. Fresh sheet of ice out there. Seahawks defense attempted, but getting free was Andriol. And the Brantford, Connecticut native gives the New Hampshire Avalanche their first lead of the game. It's 3-2. 52 seconds into the third period. And maybe he'll get it here with a power play that's been called against the Avalanche. I didn't see this call, but I can tell you maybe not. I'll say nothing at all. I'll tell you it's a power play goal. Seahawks score. 7 seconds into the power play. Face-off win. Puck gotten in front for Mike Collette. Gibran neutralized Whirl, then Racino got the chance. Now puck's been given to Gary Claps. He's going to pass it, and there's a score for Mattingly Whirl. Seahawks almost had the zone cleared. Avalanche kept it in. Whirl has his second. And back and forth we go here in the third period. The goals are being scored. The Avalanche lead 4-3 with 13 minutes and 44 seconds to play in the final period of regulation. Half minute to go. In regulation, 25 seconds now. Avalanche with another clear. It's an empty net if they can get it. And it's Andriol. Bingo. Empty net goal for Rory Andriol. And it's a 5-3 lead for the New Hampshire Avalanche. Or perhaps Brennan Jaco, who's from Phoenix, but played in the Texas Juniors for a little bit. Lower levels. 5 minutes plus into the first period. No score between the Seahawks and the Railers. Made a change here. Yes! Connor Montejunas, high slot shot is in. And the Seahawks do grab the lead just like that. 1-0, 5 minutes, 11 seconds into the opening period. Railers shot right off the face-off missing. Montejunas arriving at a far side trying to slap it out. Swain also. And he won that battle. And then Booth for the Railers cycled it from the far half wall. Loza behind, passing Booth. He scores. That is a sharp shot. And a power play goal from Worcester's Landon Booth. On the primary assist from Matt Loza. And it's 1-1 with 9:56 to play in the first period. Kent Muniz sent it from the left point. Now right point shot. And go from Montejunas. Put it in front. Seahawks score to take a 2-1 lead. Finishing the job is Ethan Decker. 2-1 Seahawks lead with 25.9 seconds to go in the first period. Back to Hutchison on the Seahawks offer. And across for Xander Badger to clear. And now it's Landon Booth. Gets by. Save was made initially, and then it's put in on the follow-up. I believe that this is going to go for Michael O'Malley. Let's see who goes to the bench first. I thought the initial drive, Landon Booth got by the Seahawks defense. And the first one that has celebrated here at the Worcester bench is O'Malley. Tied at 2, 7:44 to go in the second. So get ready. Seahawks and Railers are going to play 2. The EHL team is up next. Dauphin, Bean, quick chance, save Wickens. Follow-up, Greco, no. And then it is Sean Ripplinger's shot. Goes into the net. Swain is down for Worcester. It is a goal for Atticus Bean. It's off right now for the Seahawks and Worcester Ice. It's Ethan Decker. Great face-off effort from him to get the Seahawks up 2-1. On the 2-2 score, Worcester had Xander Badger clearing out of his own zone. Should actually get in the assist with Landon Booth driving to the net. And this is the Seahawks scoring. It's Decker at second. And this is just like the first goal for Decker. We start with a face-off taken by the Petoskey, Michigan native Ethan Decker. And at the end of the shift, it's him ripping. The first goal was more of a cleanup goal. This one's a great shot from Ethan Decker. Catches part of the goal frame before going in. You heard it. And it's 4-2 Seahawks, 2.5 minutes into the third period. First time in his 3 years. And it's a score off the faceoff. Miles Kidd makes it 4-3. Seahawks with the 1-goal lead. Now 2:02 to go. It's back for Barabay. Shot deflects wide of the Seahawk net after it was in front. Seahawks fail to clear. It's Barabay. Point man. Burke makes a save on Wicker in front. Railers have tied it. It's Kidd again. Two quick goals late here in the third period. Minute 25 to go. It's 4-4. Oh, no. Well, we got a 5-4 score just like last time these two teams played. But if the Seahawks want to have the same outcome as last time, it'll have to be a different final score, as the Worcester Railers have absolutely stunned everybody here at Tony Kent Arena. 3 goals late in the third period. The goal scorer here to take the 5-4 lead is Ryan Dutcher. Unbelievable turn of events here in South Dennis. Voss and Nathan Fournier worked this in well. Fournier shot, goal. Sounded like caught the goal frame. And came quickly back out. Matthew Fournier knew it was in, and he celebrated in that way. And it's 1-0 for Mount Lumberjacks with 3:53 to play in the first period. Face-off win for the Jacks. Score! Shot after the passing from in front. It's Louis Joseph Gernon. And it's 2-0 Vermont. End up getting the help from the teammates here as it's Stainio along the blue line. Pass and gives and gets back. Trying to pass it on further. Nice diving effort from Seahawks captain. Power breakaway. Score! Carter Rugg. It's a shorthanded chance. After the block from Hirschberger. Seahawks are on the board. It's 2-1. And Carter Rugg, what a snapper. Seahawks Hockey Club hoping to change that with the dump in from John Sterling. He'll go in deep for it. Drummy near half wall tried to shoot on goal. Collins with the block from Vermont. Mitchell tried to clear. It's another bad one for the Seahawks as it was Carpaco, and then Drummy tried to put it in front for either Carpaco or Sterling. And this is marvelous work from the Seahawks second line. Carpaco put it out in front. Gillerman made the initial contact on it, but Drummy's shot goes home. And it's tied at 2. Owen Drummy's goal with 10:18 to play in the second period. Happened the way it did, and the Seahawks Hockey Club have eventually brought this in. Scott McManus puts up some snow, gains some separation, sends it to the left point for Adam Gibran. Back to Scott McManus. Shot from, it's actually a pass over, and that's beautiful from the left circle. It's a score. Seahawks Hockey Club leads 3-2. And the finish here is from Cade Herrera. Forselius on the backhand looked like he might let it go at any point. He decided to give to Carpaco, who's dealt with by his number 19 counterpart, and that was the winger Voss. Movement to the front of the Vermont net, and it's going to be skated out by Eddie Mulligan. He's got the space if he wants it. Mulligan! Bang! Wow! Eddie Mulligan, okay. It's 3-3. Vermont's tied it with 5 minutes and 2 seconds having been played in the third period. That's jammed around by the Jacks and out to neutral. Across the blue of the Seahawks zone, Purdue. Impressive back skating effort. Given on here, but now it's going to be the Lumberjacks scoring. They do get the turnover, and they make quick work of it, and tucked in by Francis Hamelin. 4-3, Vermont Lumberjacks take a late third period lead. Used every inch and pound. Uh-oh, loose puck in neutral. Big chance here, score. Victor Dano with his second. Vermont Lumberjacks scored 2 late third period goals. On the Cape, Victor Dano having himself a play in the sandbox. As he's registered 2 goals, and that was a great finish. Avalanche on offensive ice after this going. Gallant trying for DeRico. Seahawks with the defense. Avalanche get it dumped in. Thompson with the check finished on him hard by Gabriel Dauphiné. Sam Thompson a little bit of response back. Machichi in his own zone for the Seahawks. Can't clear the zone. Spike back to him by the Avalanche player. Now Zach Machichi's just going to run. Zach Machichi, just like Bean before, driving, putting one on. This goes in! It's right behind the goaltender, and that's another play for the Seahawks. 2 that look very similar. Zach Machichi drives the net and shoots, and Lowe's not reacting at all, but it squirted right behind him and just sat there, and it's 1-0 Seahawks. It should be, it could be, it would be. 7:01 to go in the first. For Max Abud, the Yarmouth native. Uh-oh. Avalanche score off the faceoff. Lightning quick. This one's for John DeRico. Shot from the point missed. Just barely. For SHC's Montejunas. Broken play allowing Greco in front to pass. Point shot from Machichi was blocked. Now you can't really hear them in there now. You hear the kind of the bass of the music. Pass down front, score! Machichi gets his second. It's a great pass from Ethan Decker, and it makes it 3-1. Seahawks Hockey Club with 3:22 to go in the second period. Avalanche face-off win. DeRico won it. Dempster turns it back to Magar. Shoots. He scores! Or maybe not Magar. He shot it. Looks like a deflection in front. This will go as assists from Magar and Dempster. And the goal scorer is Steve Gilbert. 10 seconds left on the power play. Avalanche with the dump in. Will they get called for icing here? The arm was up from Burke, but the answer is no. Greco can't chop it out, but help from Decker. Decker busting ahead with Avalanche players catching up. He shoots on goal. He scores! Ethan Decker gets by all the Avalanche on the ice and buries it to put the Seahawks up 4-2 with 2 minutes, 59 seconds to play in the third period. And 40 seconds to go. The Avalanche have been getting shut down in this third period by Riley Birch. They'll try once more with 6 skaters out there. Dorico's got one of the goals for the Avs in this game. Trying to stick handle through Machichi. Pass it out in front. Birch the save on Atkinson once more. Dormanen with the clear for SHC. Empty net, Max Greco. Will he get there in time? He is going towards the net, and he has just bingoed this one home with 10.1 seconds left. It's a 5-2 lead for the Seahawks Hockey Club. Deep into the Valley zone, going to the near corner. Bossler, the pass to Atticus Bean. To the far corner for Atticus Bean. And that's a pass out in front. And it's taken on for the shot. Oh, it's a save. Sitting down for the save is Michael Del Treco to deny Edward Bossler a turnaround surprise shot from Bossler. Almost snuck through. Ingram, Tyler Papalardo, Derek Metro, and now this grab on near side. And the Seahawks toward Valley and get this puck back in their zone and clear. Atticus Bean almost received the pass perfectly, and a loose puck was taken. Dylan Szabo scores! And just like that, it is 1-0 Seahawks Hockey Club with 7 minutes, 26 seconds to play in the second period. And the Valley Junior Warriors respond instantly after that. 1-1 is the score. And the goal scorer is John Lane. Played on further by Valley now, far side, passing Corrigan from the point. That shot's off target, but it's Ingram trying to pick up with Gainey on him. And the Seahawks get it back. And it's cleared out to neutral, and it's a pass. Archibald, he scores! From Weekly and Bossler. Finished by Wyatt Archibald and the Seahawks Hockey Club. Another strong shot. Finds the back of the net. 2-1, they lead with 29 seconds to play in the second period. Devin trying to step out in front. The left-hander on the forehand lost it thanks to the Seahawks sticks. But SHC has more work to do. And it's going to be a shot and a save. Jack Burke on O'Keefe. And he's involved in passing now with Corrigan and then giving it to Lane. And his shot off the end boards. Ludeman turns and fires. He scores. It's a power play goal for the Valley Junior Warriors, and it's 2-2. Noah Ludeman with the goal. Had a couple, they actually had 4 games of Paul Gear Martin Arietta after that opening showcase. Now they're on the road. Here's a turnaround shot. Barris, goal. Ashton Barris. Warriors getting control off the faceoff and setting up a little bit. Wraparound. Another one here for the Warriors. They had a wraparound goal before. Barris gets this one. It's 3-2 Valley with 9 minutes and 11 seconds to play in the third period. Seahawks working back to the left point. Another backdoor play. It's Machichi again from Muniz. And once again, it's Machichi with the pickup doing further work after the initial try unsuccessful. Zach Machichi holding on, dropping it. Drop pass through the Seahawks. They get one in front and score. They work it around, and they tie the game at 3. It is Dylan Szabo with his second. Warriors will keep going. You hear hey, hey, so do I. Everybody does. Who's coming from the point. Warriors keep going down low. On the far side, things have really intensified here. A backhander that looked tricky from Barris did just miss the Seahawk net. Warriors keep going to the point. Shot deflected and sits there for Zimmerman to score. And the Warriors are back on top. It's 4-3. It'll be from Ethan Matuccio. Under 2 minutes to go in regulation. Floated out by Valley. And now Bossler turns this one towards Aiden Ripplinger. Ripplinger tried to put it forward in neutral off the boards. Blowing him up was O'Keefe. And it's going to be a save attempt for Burke. Lane cruising in and scoring. On the breakaway to the net, Sean Lane scores to make it 5-3 Valley with 1:33 to go in the third period. And perhaps that's enough for the Valley Junior Warriors to skate off the Cape with a win today. Neutral zone face-off. Wolves get it into offensive ice. Adam Gibran, it's the move on the end boards, the skate move that avoided the huge check of Larcy that looked like it was pending. Gibran gets rid of it out to neutral. Herrera moves it on quickly for McManus. Scott McManus crossing, and then it's offered back to him. Score! From Herrera. Cade Herrera to Scott McManus. Great passing play. And the Seahawks get the icebreaker. It's 1-0. Eddie Grigoriev's moving the other way for the Wolves. And it's off for the shot chance. Valenza. Then it wasn't a chance. Weber with a big body. Heading off for the change. Baxter shooting the other way. It's a block. That one was gotten by DeMio. Skate the other way by New England. Score! Oh my, what a rip. And into the top portion of the net for Nick DeMio. 1-1. And it's enough for the Seahawks to get the change. And New England with the dump in. Andralos with the sell down, still going to go hot. And actually on goal, Andralos. And then Budina get denied on the doorstep by Andralos. The first shot from Peretz, and he's making saves. Budina a chance in front again. Andralos a save. Herta the blast from the right point. All of it staying out from number 80. The other way, Muller onto the forehand. The save is made by Reardon. Power play is down to 35 seconds. See if I can see that sequence again on Hockey TV, that passing play. Porcelia scores, one-timer. It's a goal, it's home. Seahawks are back on top 2-1. Owen Drummy with the pass. Forselius, the finish. New England Wolves are in third place in the EHL North Division, just like the Seahawks are in the East Division. 1 point ahead of the Wizards, 9 points ahead of the Valley Warriors. 5-on-3 continuing for the Wolves. Dropped into the high slot. Shot taken. Score! Peretz down low has tied the game on the 5-on-3. Initial shot from Herta. Marek Herta from the midpoint. And the mess cleaned up down low by Peretz. It's deuces on the 5-on-3 goal. Sent into the Seahawks zone. Nichols with Bedina on him, got rid of it. Camden Glonick has a few seconds. He passes. And here's Muller moving for SHC, passing in front. Reardon makes the save on Ethan Hollingsworth. Transition the other way for Peretz. Crossing, shooting. It's a block out in front. Big save. Androlowitz on Brubaker. A shootout is coming up here. First shooter for the New England Wolves is Matthias Budina, the left-hander. Left-handed glove holding Androlowitz. Through the right circle, Budina closing in, scores. Androlowitz put the stick out. Budina says, what cheer to the Seahawks bench. Bottom of the first, 1-0 Wolves. The right-hander Owen Drummy versus the left-handed glove holding Reardon. Through the right circle, Drummy closing in and trying to put it into the net. It goes over the net just by a little bit. Top of the second, it's Nathaniel Peretz, who's got one of the goals for the Wolves in this game, a left-hander. He will not touch the near circle. He'll go to the left circle, actually. And once again, Trolowitz has the poke, and this time, it's a no-goal on Peretz. So it's 1-0 Wolves still in the bottom of the second inning, and John Sterling will go for SHC. Lefty, Sterling, number 74. Right circle, over the faceoff dot. Score! John Sterling, stick side, flutters the back of the net, and Sterling says, what cheer to the Wolves bench? We're tied at 1 after 2 rounds, and these two teams are chatty. Sanders Selvaire, a lefty. Next up for the Wolves. Can't win it, but he can put his team ahead, and he shoots down low, and Drolowitz makes the save. And now the Seahawks can end this one with Scott McManus. Scott McManus. Shot on, and it's a save for Reardon. Tied at 1 in the shootout, going into sudden death. And they're going to send out the shooter again, who scored on the first time around, Matthias Budina. Goaltender Colin Androlowitz, round 2 versus Budina. Androlowitz way out of his net. Score. Budina, 2 for 2. And now Seahawks are in must-score mode. Out for the Seahawks to try and keep it alive. It's John Sterling again. And he did it again! He did it again! John Sterling ripped it into the top half of the net 2 times. Unbelievable. We're tied at 2. Going into the 5th round. John Sterling did the same move. That is confidence paying off. Oh, this is unbelievable. So the Wolves are going to say, all right, we're going to send Budina out for a 3rd time then. He's looking for a shootout hat trick. Budina almost to the near sideboards. Making the move, and it's a no. Androlowitz gets him on the round 3. It is Ethan Hollingsworth, the right-hander. Hollingsworth, no. Eddie Grigorievs is up. The poke from Androlowitz, he makes a save with the puck going towards the goal line. He clears it out. Alex Moeller, the right-hander, to try and end it. Moeller skating down the street and shot on goal. The save is made by Cam Reardon. We're going to round 7. Shooting here for the Wolves is Cody Plaza. Androlowitz has got that poker out there once more. And little skate over like he's a dog leaving a mess. Colin Androlowitz. He's hearing it from the Wolves players watching this one. He says, I do not care. We're in the bottom of the 7th. And Androlowitz has done his job enough to this point for once again the Seahawks to have a chance to walk it off. Owen Drummy, the righty. Shot, and he doesn't get that one to go. Perhaps contact made by Reardon. Matthias Budina, this is attempt number 4 for him. And he misses on the left-handed backhand attempt. The poker came out from Androlowitz, but he didn't need it. 2 for 4 on the shootouts from Matthias Budina. And now it's Androlowitz, and we've seen this before at Seahawks Hockey Club games, and it's always exciting. Gives the advice to Hans Forselius, the left-hander. Hans Forselius had a goal in this game. Here he comes. Forselius! He scores! Attention! Mystagogical neophytes! Meet me down at the Sea of Tiberias! Hans Forselius wins this one in an 8-round shootout for the Seahawks Hockey Club. 3-2, the Seahawks win it in a shootout. That's the shootout score. The final score overall is also 3-2. Now Jabran across the red line, across the offensive blue. Jabran shoots. No, there's an Avalanche player in the interior blocking. Oh, and there's a shot in the follow-up, and it's a score. Off the goal frame and in. The Seahawks grab the 1-0 lead. It's Hans Forselius. Great, look to be a couple of point guys here. Forselius slings one on goal, and the save is made by Robideau. Power play's halfway through. Seahawks offensive zone face-off win. Moved along here. Ethan Hollingsworth got roughed up by Andrew Relosian. Put out in front, score! Cade Herrera, meanwhile, gives it to Scott McManus, who finishes at home. It's a power play goal. Seahawks Hockey Club leading 2-0. Face off to the right of Andralowitz. Snapper on the face-off win. Patrick McKiernan was blocked. Got another chance at it. Put it out in front. Off the stick of Kyle Dan. My eyes couldn't catch up. Did Andralowitz have to make that save? Comes out in front. Andralowitz save formation. Daniel McKiernan fanned on it. Follow-up score. Kyle Pelletier gets the Avalanche on the board. It's 2-1. Seahawks leading with 9:13 to go in the third period. The Avalanche persistence pays off. Goal. New Hampshire Avalanche have scored. Theo Angelopoulos rings it home. It is deuces with 3:32 to play in the third period. Angelopoulos with it. Theo Angelopoulos to the net. And he can't bury it past Andralowitz. A goal in this game to tie the game for Theo Angelopoulos to the line. Shot is blocked, was taken by Havens. Score. The shot goes home for Evan Victor. It is Pee-wee's Playhouse time. It is Pee-wee's Playhouse time indeed. The Avalanche are celebrating and the Seahawks are getting involved. John Sterling is throwing punches. Oh, they're going out of here. Sterling is out of the pile now. I don't see any punches being thrown. I don't know if we'll cool down here. But we get an overtime win on the shot that rings the goal frame, goes in for Evan Victor. And the New Hampshire Avalanche have won this in overtime by a score of 3-2. 1 minute, 35 seconds in. Worcester offensive zone face-off win. Shot and score. It's from Sean McBride. McBride gets this shot and does not look like deflection. And it's 1-0 Worcester with 8:39 to play in the first period. Face-off to the left of Kulhanek from his perspective. Collette versus Solera on the draw. And credit Collette with the win as Gates got the shot on goal. Kulhanek made the save. Seahawks are starting to warm up. Ben Baxter with a dump in. Boyer trying to grab and go. Jackson Gates says, "What do you think you're doing?" Jackson Gates steals it and puts it in. And it is 1-1. And now it's McManus getting in deep. Scott McManus on this. Coming out in front, passing, reaching, Mower. Oh my! Oh! That is an unbelievable save from Kulhanek. Oh, that's one of the best in the E-show this season. Oh, what a setup. And the old-style cartwheel save came up from Stefan Kulhanek. McManus. Giving on to the right side shot. How's it go for Hirschberger? Look close. Seahawks passing on the outside. Jabran gives and gets back. Rips. He scores. It's a power play goal for the Seahawks Hockey Club. They take the 2-1 lead with 7 minutes and 11 seconds to play. Breakout. Lombardi gets in offensive ice. Sterling goes and checks the man on the far side. And that was Palumbo. Worked along. McBride's going to go back for Palumbo. Soler. Bang. Power play goal. Worcester Railers tied at deuces. 1:16 to go. It's an extra skater goal. It was 6-on-4. What a recovery from Palumbo on this play. And the finish from a guy who's worked hard in this game, Edward Soler. 7.6 seconds left. Face off in the Worcester zone. McManus won it back. Empty net for the Seahawks, and it's McManus putting one out through. Herrera for Celius. Empty net Seahawks. Jabran, they've done this before. This has happened before. Actually, it's happened against the Seahawks last time around. Jabran twists it back. McManus closing through the left circle. Shooting. Glove. Save Kalanick. And this is a calculated risk. And this may be an overtime empty net. It is. Jack Wyman finishes it off for the Worcester Railers. Tells everybody, I am analyzing securities, Mom. Empty net overtime goal. You don't see it every day. You hardly ever see it, but we've just seen it here. And the Worcester Railers win 3-2. And obviously, the Seahawks' intention here is with the playoff spot clinched, trying to get these 2 points. I mean, really trying. Seahawks Hockey Club starting an offensive ice. Hans Forselius twisting one just wide of the Seacoast net. And the Spartans going now into offensive ice. Oh, my! Austin Weber with a big knockdown on Drew Oliveri. He's untethered. And his rage knows no bounds very early in this one. That player committing the big hit for the Seahawks Hockey Club. Jabran carries to the far side wall. Jabran takes it deep. Jabran busts up Oliveri. That's another hit on Oliveri. Gubbins guides to John Sterling. Advancing to the right point. Fans keeps passes to the near side. Coming out of the pile. Holding on to it, Jabran. Very good directional stick handling and skating. Jabran down to the side of the net. Score! And Jabran will get the assist here, and the finish is from John Sterling. Quiet tuck. Left side. This is a 4-on-4 goal, and the Seahawks Hockey Club take the 1-0 lead with 101 seconds to play in the first period. Sterling tries to move the puck near side. Seacoast is on this, and it does pinball to Riley. He tries to move it on further, but Hirschberger's right with him. And so Seacoast is going to try for something different here. Whitman back for Young, and he sends it out. And it's Carson Whitman flipping one in front. Riley scores. Carson Whitman, quick strike to Braden Riley. And it's 1-1. Seacoast Spartans have tied it with 7 minutes and 2 seconds to play in the second period. Here's Collette for the SAC in front, and Baxter. That's no because of the coverage from Osterberg. Osterberg quickly onto this. Realizes he's got to hustle, and he does. Oh, Lars Osterberg getting in deep. Score! Individual effort from Lars Osterberg. That is good for the Seacoast Spartans to take their first lead of the game. It's 2-1. Set up again here. Sterling shots blocked. John Sterling passes, his eyes are on Austin Weber, but it goes to Whitman. Whitman's got this on for Oliveri, and Oliveri can't center because of the defensive effort from the Seahawk player. Now a shot's going to come in on the follow-up. That was Ostrom, and it's a goal. Spartans. This is their second period. 3 straight in somewhat rapid succession. And it's the second goal of the game for Braden Riley. Off the backboards, Jabran back for Machichi, and Zach Machichi trying to clear near side. John Sterling trying to help, but it's McMains for Seacoast that kept it alive for the Spartans. And Craig is tracked by Caston, puts the hip on him. Spartans have something cooking, it looks like, but Jabran trying to turn the burner off. But now it's a turnover, and Trolwitz makes a save on Cummings. Spartans crashing around and score. And it's 4 straight for the visitors. And this one is the second goal of the game for Osterberg. 2 goals for 2 players different for the Seacoast Spartans. Now they have a 4-1 lead. Spartans are passing in their own zone. They've exited the puck. And a chase down into the Seahawks end. Oliveri gets this, shoots, he scores. Drew Oliveri. has gotten a measure of revenge in this game. The Swampscott, Massachusetts native buries it for the 5th straight Spartans goal. 5-1 with 6:28 to play in the 3rd period. Dom Walekas from Stoughton, Massachusetts. 2.28 goals against, 918 save percentage. Seahawks Hockey Club scoring off the faceoff. They get another offensive zone faceoff, and they make no mistake about this one. 2 consecutive shots on goal. It is 1-0 SHC on the goal from Max Greco. Pass to the right point. Shot. Sean Ripplinger. Worcester player grabbed it. Breakaway time. Score. Colin Barabay snaps it home in deep. And it's tied at 1. Almost at the halfway point of the 1st period. And this will go down into the Seahawks end. Valentine going to play it onto the near corner. Less than 2 minutes to play in the 2nd period. Long pass for Bean. Worcester was changing. Bean got it in front. Greco scores! They pointed as goal. They say it went right underneath the bar and in. And it's 2-1. Seahawks retake the lead, and it's the 2nd goal for Greco. Seahawks get another puck in the offensive ice. Sits there at the right point. Oh my, what a hit. That's on Rolf, and I didn't catch the Seahawks in time. Rolf got dusted in front of his own bench for the Railers. Quiet moment there. Bernston passes Worcester an offensive ice. LeBlanc steers it along left point shot. It's going to be nudged in from Warner today on the primary assist for Swain. Aiden Swain from the far point. Puck to the front of the net and finished home by Zach Warner Sine, the native of Leominster. Illinois is his hometown. His sheet on from the printout of the Railers says Richmond, Virginia. So which one is it, guys? Railers get one home. Railers have banged this home off the faceoff. They get one quick in front for Jackson Duquette. The Worcester Railers take their first lead of the game. It's 3-2 with 7:29 to go in the 3rd period. Simons is checked in near side by Drake Adams. It's somebody having lost a stick out there. Adams being defended stickless. Simons has repossessed it. Now time for Bolio to pass. Adams back in front. Bolio scores. Oh, Emil Bolio shoots it home, and that was a quick play by the New England Wolves. And I personally feel for the Seahawks player there that loses his stick, and I could see it coming as soon. I'm not gonna say that it's direct connection. Let's say there's at least one layover in this metaphor, but I had a feeling that the Wolves were going to try and take advantage of a spot second of extra good, whatever you want to call it there. You know, they recognized the window that they had, and they finished the play, and they take the 1-0 lead. Wolves looking for this puck. Look at the English on that puck. That is a good bounce for the chance and tight by Domakaevs, but Burt made the save. And it's cleared out of the Seahawks zone with 18 seconds left. Wolves, one more wave perhaps? No, extinguished by Turner. Colby Turner will have to put on the back skate one more wave for the Wolves. Bolio, the forward, putting it in front. Score! This is Emil Bolio to Derek Bolio. It is 2-0 New England. And this is a good finish out the neutral by Greco. It's the Wolves repossessing though eventually. And trying to steer on the other way is Narum. Instead it's Bean for the Seahawks in front. Save is made, Castle on Bossler. And Bean can't get it home on the follow-up. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the best chance the Seahawks Hockey Club have had in this game. The days are many. The days are many. Our resolve is strong. That does it for the Seahawks power play. And busting an offensive ice, the defenseman Bolio passing it back, hoping for RJ Sember. And then also the support from Ryan Beckman. And the battle for it, and the defenseman Bolio is involved in some sort of wrestling match. Beckman fired in front. Save was made by Burke, and a score on the follow-up by Domakaevs. Breaking through in this game, finally, after all the chances he's had, Dominic Domakaevs scoring to make it 3-0 New England with 9.5 minutes to play in the third period. And like so many other teams in this Eastern Hockey League, with Muniz putting a big hit on Torrey, wraparound try Evan Doodle. Busting in is Greco. Uh-oh, we got Greco and Doodle. And there's another fight going on here as well. Torrey is down in a prone position, and there's Seahawk down there as well. It is Archibald, and finally, it all breaks up, but that is some Lord of the Flies stuff out there now at the end, towards the end of this third period. Sabo cycling it for Decker. Henderson gets a stick in there. Will it be enough to get it back to Machichi? Yes. Pass James Allen. He shoots, and it's off the mask of Piazza and out of play. Seahawk, Zach Machichi, that's the wrong customer. Machichi wrap around, and the Seahawks couldn't connect in front. It's Allen instead receiving it. Not like he really, I think, wanted to, because Machichi got on him right away. Then Machichi carried it. Oh, and that's disastrous. Machichi lost it in front. Mario Pancione says, thank you very much. And into the open net, and it's just been one of those games where at this point you expect that a lightning quick chance is going to produce a goal. It is 1-0 Express with 3.5 minutes to play in the second period. And the Seahawks will have 6 guys out there on this face-off if they can get it. They might have something. They win the face-off. It's going to be a pass. Machichi. Oh! It goes off the post. And the buzzer sounds. Zach Machichi. The Seahawks won the face-off. They got it to him. And it sat there, and the Seahawks couldn't put it in until the buzzer sounded, and that stopped things. Saved by the buzzer, the Express. And now the Seahawks get it out. Express step back in. Couldn't get past the red line. Como shoots, he scores! Ryan Como uses Sean Ripplinger as a screen, and it works perfectly. 2-0 Express. 10:46 to play in the third period. On the goal from Ryan Como. Tight shot, score! Andrew Gubbins scores to give the Seahawks the 1-0 lead. 4 minutes, 10 seconds into the first period. Quick opportunity for the third line centerman, Andrew Gubbins. Warriors do win this faceoff. They're going to clear, and almost a home run pass. Warriors will get in, 5 seconds left. Down below the goal line. It is sent to the near side boards. One last shot is blocked. Seahawks Hockey Club winning the game. And Andralowitz gets his first shutout for the Seahawks Hockey Club. I think our small barn setting helps the auto camera. That's what it feels like or seems like. Express put one out in front, and they have scored. Smilowitz, again, in the middle of things. It's not his goal. It's going to be for Brady Clemenson. Express score, a power play goal, 4:02 remaining in the first period. And lots of open ice now, and Colin Antralowitz, this is your moment, potentially. Express could make this tough. Howanitz sending it back as the Express have controlled off the faceoff. Spinelli passing Garnett, scores. Devin Garnett, the power play goal, it's 2-0 Express. Power play for another minute. passed, and one's gotten on for a score. Colin Hennessy in the near circle area scores the power play goal to make it 3-0 Express. Player going to skate neutral and offensive ice now for the Seahawks as Hans Forselius tried to pass up high. Wound up bouncing down low to Kate Herrera, and Scott McManus's shot was pretty well defended. Pass in front's going to slip here. Herrera scores! Kate Herrera puts the Seahawks on the board. At the very last second here, this is a broken play. There was an intended pass out in front that didn't quite connect, and Herrera cleans up the mess. Seahawks are down 2. Sterling wants this bad and gotten it off Spinelli. What a great play. John Sterling, that's the kind of stuff he does. And then Ernstu tries to shoulder Sterling. Sterling says, I'm the one who does that. I am the one who knocks, says John Sterling. You don't hit me. Get out of here. The puck has gotten out of here. I had two different. I didn't mean to say get out of here. That was just an internal thought. But it came out. Carpaco passed it back. Shot. Boschert falls down. Scores. Drummy. Owen Drummy makes it 3-2. Oh, and there's rough stuff afterwards. But it's calming down. The Seahawks have cut it to within 1. Chance in front put home by Owen Drummy. Express bring it back in, out of neutral. Slash taking Clemenson, don't care. It was Collette, I think, that got him there. Put on one wide, so maybe he did care a little bit. Spinelli midpoint, Smilowitz clapped for it. Shane Spinelli now will look in past Smilowitz. Shooting, score! Keith Smilowitz scores the power play goal with 5:42 to play in the third period. It's 4-2 Express. Seahawks win a face-off to get it out of their zone. John Sterling's behind the action. Breakaway time. Sterling scores! John Sterling makes it a 1-goal game. Once again, 3:16 to play. John Sterling buried that one top part of the net. And we got a Thanksgiving classic here. A big face-off here in the Express zone. 24 seconds to play. Won by the Seahawks. Shot. Adam Jabran was blocked. It's another chance. Carpaco, it's blocked. Seahawks keep a clear attempt in. 13 seconds left. Loose puck. Express get to it, played off the backboards. Grab here, past Carpaco. Shooting. Bosch with the save. Whistle. With 0.8 seconds left. And now everybody is lined up. There is nobody to the left of Scott McManus or his fellow face-off taker here and fellow captain, Ben Sauerball. Beg your pardon, Brady Clemenson. Clemenson wins the face-off. Plays it ahead, neutral. That's it. The buzzer is sounded. The Seahawks Hockey Club falling to the Express Hockey Club in this Thanksgiving Day game. Third annual, and it's the Express with the 2-1 series lead. They win this game in regulation 4-3. It was a better decision than it was the last time the two teams have played. And the Avalanche on 10-2. But the Seahawks looking for a win here today to shake off that loss, but unfortunately they start off from behind. A face-off win, and it's going to go for El Duque, Jackson Duquette. Into the Seahawks zone. And Jabran will skate out the neutral into offensive ice. Adam Jabran stopping, putting on a lot of snow, wound up passing it to the point. Scott McManus shoots, and that's a block in tight. Nice effort from Anthony Marchand. And the Seahawks score. Big shot. Off the goal frame and in. It's a 1-1 game. Ethan Hollingsworth sinks it with 8:42 to play in the first. Gibran for the Seahawks. Going to stay on the forehand all the way to neutral. Worcester on him, and there's a player jumping right back in with the puck. Shooting and scoring. That was quick. For the Worcester Railers, it's Tristan Boyer. There's absolutely nothing wrong with putting the puck in neutral. You want to get it deep. But it can be anybody's puck and anybody's chance to shine when it's out in neutral and it's loose. I actually don't remember what county that's in. Audubon, I'm going to guess Audubon, PA is either Chester or Montgomery County. Score for the Railers, 3-1, them. Another quick strike. Charlie Odessa. Five minutes, 37 seconds into the second period. Odessa scores to give the Railers a 2-goal lead. Now Worcester skater getting through the traffic, and he scores. Jack Lee burns the Seahawks. Right to the net, deposits it. It's a 4-1 lead for Worcester. And 4 seconds left on the power play. A power play tally to put the visitors up 3. So we are skating with a 4-on-4 situation. Net got pushed off for Worcester. And we got a pixelated potty mouth moment now. Austin Weber is engaged with Corbin Maley. Weber and Maley, both two hit the showers. Worcester Railers, a power play goal. It's 5-1. Bang! Logan Hawley had that goal. The destination via the New York State Thruway. Solaire, the Montrealer. Here is Biolak shooting. He scores. And it's Adam Gibran breaking his stick on the effort to get that puck off. It is domination. Touchdown, the extra point for the Worcester Railers on Cape Cod. Max Biolak. Seahawks jamming in front. They've got one. 7-2. Clock stop with 7:49 to go in the third period. It's a 5-goal differential. Gubbins, Collette, and Hollingsworth up front. Everybody staying out there. The point men were Gibran and Glonick. It is now a 7-3 game. A primary assist for Ben Baxter on the goal that's scored by SHC's Jackson Gates. Skaters out there for the Seahawks, 4 for Worcester. Seahawks win the faceoff. Scott McManus over for the shot and the score. Scott McManus, another great effort, picking up the assist. As this one is for Cade Herrera. Machichi flushed it back for Muniz. Muniz into offensive ice. Can Muniz shoot? Score! Sharp angle. Can Muniz, confident action. A why not shot. A power play goal. It's 1-0 Seahawks in this third period. Cooper McIntyre putting it down into the Valley Junior Warrior zone. Will O'Keefe will complete the clear out, and then some here as Matt Devin has picked it up. Devin, he scores! From Will O'Keefe. Matt Devin, a solo job. 1-1. 37 seconds into the third period. A 1-1 game. Seahawks have not trailed in this game, and they'd like to go back up on top. Please and thank you. Zach Machichi pass one-timer. Decker, he scores! And just like that, it is a 2-1 lead for the Seahawks. Ethan Decker, the slapper home from the inside part of the right circle. .5:56 remaining in the third period. Seahawks get one right away on the late third period power play. Pass too long for Zimmerman. Deep into the Seahawks zone. Three guys down there for Valley. Lane grab. Devin's available to shoot on the near side. Saves Nate Burke. Goes to the half wall. 13 seconds. Greco clears it off Toto. And that won't go for icing as a result. Atticus Bean, bingo! Empty net goal for Atticus Bean from the blue line. And it's 3-1 Seahawks with 1.4 seconds to go. Huntsman score on the power play. They got a chance in front, and it's banged home by Reese Gilmore. 7 minutes, 50 seconds into the first half. Seahawks get one real quick in response. It's 1-1. Pennsylvania's lead is short-lived, and the player responsible for it, Michael Dormanen. Seahawks trying to bang it off the near side boards to control it out to neutral. They've lost the puck now. And backing up into his own zone, Herrera, the backline pass. Forwarded out. And this will go for the pass over. Score! Good 1-2-3 pass. And it's Ryan Debro getting it to German. Landon German. A fourth line goal produced by the Pennsylvania Huntsman. The right winger to the centerman German. And it's 2-1 Huntsman. On this is Gabriel Dauphiné setting it into Pennsylvania ice. Seahawks get a chance in front. Score! We are tied at 2. On the goal from Wyatt Archibald. 1 minute, 34 seconds into the second half. Decker gets back to it. Playing it down, and it bounces out in front of the PA net. And it's going to be Watson the other way for the Huntsman. Shoots. Scores! Benjamin Watson. I don't know how that went in. It found a way through Riley Birch, and it's 3-2 Pennsylvania. Benjamin Watson guns a pass over to the left side, losing it. Bean puts it ahead. It's a shorthanded breakaway. Score! Atticus Bean to Wyatt Archibald. He's got his second. Turnover by the Huntsman in the offensive zone on the power play. And the Seahawks make him pay. I'm ready for our shootout. Riley Birch and Derek Baraji await their fates. The first shooter for the Pennsylvania Huntsman is going to be Chase Canestra. Left-handed shot. Canestra, 5 goals this season. Canestra closing in and couldn't bury it past the left pad of Riley Birch. Seahawks Hockey Club responding with Atticus Bean to help the Seahawks win this game. 10 goals this season for Atticus Bean. The right-handed shot. Atticus Bean, was trying to go glove side. Almost got it, but it was a save. Top of the second inning, and it's going to be Benjamin Watson. Right-handed shot, Benjamin Watson. He's got a goal in this game. Trying to go 5-hole, closed up by Birch. Left-handed shot. Time for Gabriel Dauphiné. Dauphiné going into the right circle. Closing in, and he couldn't get it past the right shoulder of Baraji. So X's through 2 rounds. And to the top of the third we go. And the shooter here is Max Finkeldy. Long distance shot for Finkeldy, and he doesn't get it. Seahawks can win it in the bottom of the third. Right-handed shooter, Ethan Decker. Ethan Decker tells Derek Baraji, "You've mamaed your last Mia." It's a shootout winner for Ethan Decker. The Seahawks Hockey Club with a comeback win. They beat the Pennsylvania Huntsmen 4-3. Vermont Lumberjacks have been one of those teams that seem to have decent goaltending on a pretty consistent basis. Big contact in neutrals, 46. Seahawks have scored! They go right in after that big hit involving Austin Weber in neutral. And they pound one home. It's 1-0 on the goal from Ethan Hollingsworth. Gibran tried to reject this, but a Lumberjack brings in, pass across, score! Tie game, Andralos couldn't get over. Kiever, the pass to Victor Daño. And we're tied at 1. 6 minutes, 40 seconds into the first period. Lumberjacks possessing in their own zone. It's a pass up the middle, and this is Easton Robitaille going by one Seahawk player. Robitaille gets by a second, but then there's a Seahawk back there to extinguish the problem was Luke Ostrom. Set up in front. Vermont Lumberjack player won't be allowed to settle it down thanks to the defense that just took place from the defenseman. Shot, score! Seahawks with a 2-1 lead. It's a rip for Ethan Decker. Play started back there by the defenseman Ben Nichols. It is 2-1 SHC with 11:25 to play in the second period. A Vermont pass the other way, and it's a drop. And player back out there is Hayden Bullock. Shot in the left circle area was blocked by traffic. Put out in front by the Lumberjacks. Seahawks will get to this. And go the other way. Nice inside out move. And taking deep, put out in front. Score! Sterling from Carpaco. John Sterling scores to make it 3-1 Seahawks. .5:10 to go in the second period. Settled down by the goaltender, Billiquay. Seahawks with forechecking pressure as usual. Mulligan is bothered by McManus. He's gotten this out in front. Save is made by Billiquay on Hirschberger. Lumberjacks put it into offensive ice. We're back to 5-on-5. Seahawks with the possession. Hirschberger a pass to neutral. McManus was able to nudge it. And it's going to be returned in. That's beautiful. Scott McManus from John Sterling. And that is the type of thing Scott McManus can do to help his team He scores to make it 4-1 Seahawks over the Lumberjacks with 2 minutes, 38 seconds to play in the second period. Off this face-off in the Seahawks zone. Bouncing puck near the Seahawks bench. Vermont's recontrolled it. Shot, score! From the left circle. What a shot from Victor Daigneault. Finds the top portion of the net somehow on a wicked shot from Victor Daigneault. It's 4-2 Seahawks to allow for the step in. This is Collins dropping it back to King. All this trouble started by Mulligan. And it's eventually for him at the far point passing. It's a turnover to the Seahawks player. We'll just skate it a little bit and pass Kate Herrera. Offered it further. Owen Drummy is in deep for the Seahawks. As it's passed in front, scored! Owen Drummy passed it to Mike Carpaco. And the score is 5-2 Seahawks. First shot from Sean Lenahan. Lanky guy was a save, and then the follow-up went wide. Sean Lenahan is 6'6", 174 pounds. Birch a save on a guy wondering what's going to happen with him today. Isaac Grondin. Lumberjacks put one out in front. They're buzzing. Grondin fires and scores. And there it is. Isaac Grondin has been just about the hardest working Vermont Lumberjack in this game. And so it seems only appropriate if the Lumberjacks are going to score first here that it goes to him. And Grondin, nice turn and fire from the high slot to make it 1-0 Vermont Lumberjacks with 9:08 to play in the second period. Pepe Della Quadri for the Lumberjacks, taking it into offensive ice. Near half wall will spin it along. Goes to Cameron Budway. He looked at Justin Prim at the right point. Instead, he passes it down low to a player who's going to put one on. He's going to get a second crack at this and score. It's Brendan Manning. That was the option pass, if you will. If this were football, it's a power play goal for the Vermont Lumberjacks to lead 2-0 with 1:37 to play in the second period. The goal for Brendan Manning. Told you Brendan Manning leads this team in points. So that's point number 33 for him now. Unless I missed an assist that he got in the first goal. Lumberjacks put one in front. It's going to be a shot home. Lumberjacks have done a good job of getting juicy pucks in the slot. And the shot did not miss. For Riley Ashley. Riley Ashley's goal has made it 3-0 Vermont. 27.8 seconds to play in the second period. And here's a chance, and it's now 4-0. It's a shot and score for Hale. Andrew Hale has scored to make it 4-0 Vermont with 8:42 to play in the third period. Put out in front. Perrant to save. Aboud to follow up, scores. Max Aboud gets a pass, fires. Vincent Perrant made a pretty good save. And with 7 minutes to go in regulation, the Seahawks are on the board. It's 4-1 on the goal from number 41. Archibald locked up. Alex Bean tried to drag it and possess. Bean, a second effort, a check. Wound up the puck going to Kim Muniz. Left point has advanced. Pass it through the left circle. It's a loose puck. And Bean with a go down as he's working hard out there. Muniz, it was work for him. Shot, catch in front, score! Wyatt Archibald finishes at home. And it's 4-2. Vermont leads. The Seahawks have the last two goals of this game.
Geiger reverses it to Muniz. Muniz come up the ice and gets contact. Simons helps it with Max Aboud. And Vermont just nonstop coming back, regaining puck possession and dumping pucks behind the Seahawks D. So we're back behind the goal line, up to the slot, shot, goal by 27, and that is Justin Prim. Brennan Jaco kicks it up, but that doesn't get out. It gets to the point. Gavin Henderson tries to help, but that doesn't get out. And the Seahawks are getting outworked right now in the defensive zone by the Vermont Lumberjacks here. What a play, but behind the net is Prim. Seahawks lose a guy in the D zone, who is, the goal scorer is Delaquadre, 82. Up to the point. They throw it right back down below the goal line. Here's 27. 27 looking to that middle again, which would have been Delaquadre. 27 gets it to Delaquadre in the middle. He scores again. So that one goes 5-hole. And that line just scored 2 goals here in about 40 seconds. 27 for Vermont, picks that up, comes over to Leclerc. Leclerc gets the line, and they dump it right back in. I mean, that has been their MO today, is to get pucks below the goal line to the middle of the ice, and there it is. Puck below the goal line to the middle of the ice for a fourth time today. Vermont has executed that play. Bean gains the blue line, kicks it off to Archibald. Archibald tries to force a shot, gets blocked. Weekly up top. Weekly down to Bean. Bean tries to hit Muniz. Intercepted by 9. We have a breakaway. 30 seconds left, and he scores. Isaac Grondin scores on shorthanded.
Muniz. A pass attempt. Vermont player on again. That is a player who's having it. I want to say MVP weekend. Isaac Grondin. Shot, score. Weekly. Quick chance for Riley Weekly. Skating out in the left-handed shot. Shooting on the glove side. The left-handed holding. Ryan Becker. There goes the combined shutout for the Vermont Lumberjacks. It's a power play goal for the Seahawks. It's 6-1. Oh, Lumberjacks got a great bounce in front. Manning sends it home, and it's 7-1. Lumberjacks get that goal back with 5:30 now to play in the third period. Pushing it on forward. Intentionally, there was Hirschberger. Rangers do possess, but the idea was to try and overwhelm them. Beal, here's Beal, and put on to the near side. Tapped on, and back for Beal, score! From Tanasenko to Beal, and finishing is Mike Buschetto. The power play goal comes 18 seconds into the man advantage, and with 1:28 to go in the first period, the Rangers have the icebreaker. Also a recent one. Rangers get one here. Get the face-off, puck control, banging away around the net. And it is Tay Mellis scoring to make it 2-0 Rangers. 21 or 21/22. The 3-year Seahawks heart and soul veteran is now getting college skates. We'll see if that goes from ACHA to NCAA. Rangers 2 face-off wins. The last one was a little bit off the face-off. This one's right off it. It is Will Halucky. 3-0 BJR. 2 goals scored in the first minute, 24 seconds of the second period. Reminder that there's still a lot of time left in this game, and I'll let you know about that because we're drifting down to the halfway point of regulation, and the Rangers, as we approach that point, has stretched the lead out 4-0. The shot taken by Andrew Hall, the defenseman. Another face-off win and goal for the Rangers. 3 straight in that category. Boston Junior Rangers with a 4-0 lead. Hollingsworth distribution from the near circle. Gibran, a no-look pass back to Ethan Hollingsworth. Down to the goal line. Cade Herrera pass back up. Gibran lets it go. This is on net. Save is made. Seahawks working around and score. Ethan Hollingsworth on the help from Austin Hirschberger gets the Seahawks on the board. It's 4-1 with 9:16 to play in the second. Face-off wins Seahawks. So watch out for Gibran and Hollingsworth here. Put it in front. Score! Hirschberger deflects it. 2 straight for the Seahawks. And it's the same guys out there making the trouble. 4-2 is the score. Seahawks score 9 seconds into the power play. Navi Tanasenko. Give and go with Beal. And now the midpoint man is Merriman. And to the left circle, score! Mike Bichetto adds another point to his multi-point game. And it's a third power play goal of the game for the Boston Junior Rangers. The score, with 7:17 to go in the third period, is now 5-2 Rangers. Ben Nichols gets it out to neutral for the Seahawks. Rangers stepping back in. Shot. And it's a 6-pack. Off the metal and in. For Victor Malzahn. It's the Seahawks Hockey Club versus HC Rhode Island. Goal scored by the HC Rhode Island here off a face-off win in the offensive zone. It is 1-0 Rhode Island on a shot that came in from the point by Colby Speth. And it's a 2-0 lead for HC Rhode Island. It's a turnover, and it's a shot and score by Simon Lesser. 2-0 HC Rhode Island. On the goal for Lesser, the native of Syracuse, New York. Brought in by the Rhode Islanders, and it's a big check finished on Sigalov by Purdue as he moved the puck along. That was the price he paid. HC Rhode Island gets it from high to low, and it's Sigalov with the last laugh. 3-0 HC Rhode Island on the goal from near Sigalov. And the play over to the near side. Webster, sticks get involved. Rhode Island holding on here. This is taken away. It's a breakaway. Short-handed. Moving in. Scores! Seahawks Hockey Club on the board. A short-handed goal and a beaut from Jackson Gates. It is 3-1. Matt Purdue for the Seahawks gets the passing sequence going. But it's out to neutral, where it was twisted back the other way by Rhode Island's Sean Symes. And walking in, shooting and scoring is Nate Gines. And Hockey Club Rhode Island has stepped to a 4-1 lead. Owen Drummy moving from the left point and passing. Good interchange here to Muller. Shooting from up high. Saves made Welch. Rebound right to Drummy. Fire from the left circle. It's out of play. Callum Welch. How do you do? Scott McManus holding on to the near side boards. Now Rhode Island player is taking it and cleared. And it is a bingo. Deep. Empty net goal for Zach Gold. And that makes it 5-1 Rhode Island with 1:54 to play. So got HC Rhode Island ends a 4-game losing streak. The Seahawks Hockey Club yielding a second empty net goal. And it'll be the second goal of the game for Sigalov. And now more passing for the SHC. Ostrom shot from the near side, and that was sticked away by Fielak. Now it's controlled. Offered along by Hans Forselius. Luke Ostrom tried a left to right pass in the middle. Lost track of it. It's been shot in to the net by Hans Forselius in tight. Great passing from the Seahawks Hockey Club. They've scored a power play goal Almost 3 minutes into the first period to take the 1-0 lead. Saw it was against the Express Hockey Club in Walpole after the Thanksgiving game. Score! Seahawks now up 2-0. Quick chance here goes. And the Seahawks off to a great start here against the Boston Junior Rangers. It's for Ethan Hollingsworth. Rangers, I don't know what happened there. They look like they could get out of the zone pretty easily. And Forselius took it. Three 0 Seahawks. Off the goal frame and in. Another shot goes for it to be 3-0. SHC Andrew Gubbins. Face off in neutral. Goes down to the Rangers zone. 10 seconds left. The android activates the emotion chip and celebrates a shutout. And the Seahawks Hockey Club beating the Boston Junior Rangers by a final score on home ice, 3-0. Shoveled out of the Seahawks zone. Since we get a whistle here, when was the last whistle we had? Have we had Seahawks take a shot on here? It's a save, and it's there's you don't need a whistle. You got a goal. Max Greco, all by himself, takes care of business. 13 minutes into the first period, Seahawks have tied the game at 1 on the goal from Max Greco. And here's our available puck for a 2-on-1. Snapper just wide of the net from Ken Muniz. And the Avalanche the other way. It is a rip job into the net from John DeRico. And it's a 2-1 lead for the New Hampshire Avalanche. That is a tough break for the Seahawks Hockey Club. That was a quick transition for the New Hampshire Avalanche. And that is quite a shot we just witnessed from number 24 for New Hampshire. Back close to a 2-2 game. Fields shoots. It's blocked. Geiger got it. Sent on deep. Curtis to Fields. Sean Ripplinger moved it along. Bufano. Big check finished on him. Avalanche pumped one from the far point. Didn't get it to go. Webster for the Seahawks. Tries to clear. Kept in. Body time for the Seahawks, but it's still going to be a shot and a score. The Avalanche finished the play. It's Rocco Bufano making it 3-1. Insurance tally sought and acquired by the New Hampshire Avalanche. Into his own zone is Bossler. And spun it across the zone. It goes through Fields. Vecchio gets stood up by Bean. Zabo's going the other way. Shooting. Score! Dylan Zabo buries it. It's 3-2. It's back to a one-goal game. Seahawks have struck with 2:59 to play in the third period. And it's out to neutral, and the Seahawks once again control it. Archibald's got to hurry. Rushed it from his own blue line. Avalanche player will score from his own bench, so he doesn't have much space. He's got to go celebrate for Nico Vecchione. Sunk that one from a long distance. Empty net goal. Avalanche, they lead 4-2 with 13.6 seconds left. And now Wolves are going to get this out to neutral. And now it's offensive ice. Big shot on the initial save made by Birch. And then the follow-up is a score from this same player. This goes for Zach Spikuza. And it's 1-0 Wolves. Nearly 6 minutes into the first period. Might hit the pause button on that. If nothing else exciting happens here. Here's a play for this Wolf player. It's Kramer sending it just through the Seahawks crease on that big rush. Score. Right point blast goes in. It is 2-0 New England Wolves on the shot here, and it's going to go for Tony Tirana. 5:59 remaining in the first. Goals against, 941 save percentage, and a 3-0-1 record this year for the former York Devils player. Birch making the save on Domakavchev's in front. Not a one denied on Emil Bolio. Weekly tries to jam it out. Ryan Sember comes in for it, but it's a turnover to the Seahawks. And it's pushed on. Jaco cannot get that and go from Weekly, but the effort was there. And the Seahawks are playing much different second period, and the Wolves can extinguish all that right here with a shot on goal. And it's a save. Chance of front follow-up score. Riley Birch made the save on Ryan Sember. Wolves stuck with it. And the goal scorer is Noah Whitehill. And so nothing's changed here. Barak to Whitehill trying to get around, make the move. The Wolves do get this in front, and they score. Oh, I thought that was blocked. I didn't think that had any chance going out in front, but it did. Wolves, in just about a minute here, have doubled the lead. It's now 4-0. And this one is going to go for Will Dene. Enjoy. You know, they never unzip that thing. Here's 3.04 goals against coming into this one. 927 save percentage. A 9-9 record for Riley Birch, who, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, in 2 years now for the Seahawks has been as steady as they've come for the Seahawks Hockey Club. He's been steady and consistent. Here's a play in front. It's a goal. And the Seahawks are on the board. It's Ken Muniz to Edward Bossler. Seahawks get on with the power play goal. It's 4-1 with 6:19 to play in the second period. Here are the Seahawks in offensive ice, and it is a score. And it's Zach Machichi, the defenseman extraordinaire, scoring once again. Seahawks up 1-0. 7.5 minutes in. Versus Yorba for the Rangers. Aiden Ripplinger trying to give it on out. McGinnis kept it in. Hall dropped it back. Dennehy read the play well. Still the recovery. And the shot, score. Yorba survived it to Hall, who finishes. Dominic Hall's goal makes it 1-1. Seahawks trying to clear. Rescue. Decker able to win this battle initially, but then the recontrol by the man who was operating at that far point was brought in by Miller, the skater. And the Rangers get the score after that. Very quickly into offensive ice for a score that is registered here for Drake Tomac. Nick Miller kept the play alive for the Boston Rangers. Even though he couldn't keep it in the zone all the way, he was able to repossess in neutral and wheeled at the red line. And then Miller got by a pretty big check of Dormanen at the blue line. And the Seahawks tried to clear from there, but Tomac steals it, and he's in the slot between the circles. He's got one Seahawk player to shoot through and was able to do it off this face-off to the blue line. Seahawks can't keep it in. Rangers push on. Empty net. Bang. And bingo for Skylar Liu. Liu with the goal. Rangers lead 3-1. And shoveled out. Another empty net for the Rangers to potentially score on. Dom Hall has his second goal of the game. And you feel like you're right there. Centering pass. Oh, what did that hit? No way. John Sterling got a pass, and I think that may have been a Save of the Year candidate. Real super casual-like for Matt Gover. That hit him up high. He got across and denied the Seahawk player in a really, really big way. Things kind of fell apart in the playoffs. And the Seahawks, they get a chance here. Gover, and it's a save from him on Hirschberger. Wasn't able to do anything with it there afterwards. And then off the glass And now from East Coast Slavesk. And it's a player to the Seahawk net, putting one on here is Cody White. And then the Wizards score on the follow-up to take the 1-0 lead about 8 minutes into the second period. And the player that gets on the score sheet for the East Coast Wizards is Nick Fish. And the Seahawks clear it out. This trouble was all started. Remember it if it's trouble from Zach Machichi. Played right now in front of the Wizard net. Drummy scores. And it's waved by the referee, indicating good goal for Owen Drummy. They get one out in front quick. Drummy puts it up high in the net, and as it came off, that determination had to be made by the referee. Drummy's goal makes it 1-1 with 8:37 to play in the second period. Now Gubbins passing. It is out in front, and it's Carpaco to Hollingsworth, and that one just missed. Carpaco trying to get this in front of the East Coast net. Does get this eventually. Overpowering Koshel. Carpaco shoots and scores. Mike Carpaco shot it hard into the top part of the net, and the Seahawks Hockey Club takes the 2-1 lead on good work from the fourth line. Real good effort really on both sides displayed on the goals that were scored. It is a goal, Rocco Siri on the pass from George Calavos, and it's tied at 2. Hung deep by East Coast to keep things alive. Roach turns a pass on for Calavos. Shot is in the armpit of Wright with the whistle. Seahawks somehow get to this after it went as far as the line. Collette shoots, saves made, and let's go over. Melting it down, and it's put up in the air by Siri. And the Seahawks will get this. Wizards are changing. 2-0 overtime special. Forselius shoots, go over the save. Half minute to go in overtime. Shootout approaching. Forselius will try and end it here. He'll pass it. Scott McManus. Adam Jabran. Forselius ripped, fanned, played it back. Gibbons was on him. Jabran shoots. He scores! Oh, the humanity of the Manatees! 8.4 seconds left in the overtime. The Seahawks Hockey Club with the power play goal to win it over the East Coast Wizards by a 3-2 score. Before coming back to junior hockey, Bird in front. Birch the save on Perry. Speaking of him, as Gavin Henderson with the pickup in deep. Perry trying to whack it off him, and this works out. Oh my! How did it not go initially? I thought Jonah Bird put it in, and then I lost track. Hudson Perry has struck. It's 1-0 Express. 6 minutes 50 seconds into the first period. Seagull in the near circle shoots from the faceoff dot. The save was made by Seahawks goaltender Birch. Trying to center is Como, rejected and then pushed down on the Seahawk defender, who's working the play in front now, Abood, as the Express pass up high. Seagull into the middle. Como went through his skates. He couldn't get the shot. Zabo, the chance far side to clear. Successful. This goes for Atticus Bean. Bean to the net. He scores! As we return to 5-on-5, Atticus Bean deposits it home with 8:09 to play in the first period. Atticus Bean makes it 1-1 between the Seahawks and the Express in this play-in game. Clear out from Muniz. Simons with the attempted dump in. I believe that hit the linesman standing on the blue line. And it's a goal. Oh, boy. Jonah Bird shoots it home. The officiating is part of the ice rink, and that's what you got to chalk that one up to. It is a lucky bounce for the Express Hockey Club, and their top-line centerman, Jonah Bird, rips it home. Express retake the lead at 2-1. Seahawks keep this in offensive zone at any rate. Try to steal it down low from Bird with Zabo. And this is a bounce that Zabo almost gets back in the far circle. Express now going to get this up for a pass to Douglas. Puts one on goals. Aiden Ripplinger with defense, and the rebound was put home. Ben Douglas scores for the Express with 6:38 to play in the first period, and the visitors have the 3-1 lead. That's as far as the blue line, and now out to neutral before the Express ripped it back in. Abood, though, on the settle down. Pass up the middle, goes to Greco. Max Greco holding on the backhand. What a glove save for Nick Piazza. Goal off the faceoff. Seahawks Hockey Club have scored. Atticus Bean. It found a hole. It went in. It's 3-2. Express with the lead with 3:12 to go in the second period. It's the second goal of the game. Seahawks take this puck away from in front of their net after the Express offered it for a potential chance. Moving well the other way is Dauphiné. Dauphiné puts one out in front. Score! Can you believe this? Gabriel Dauphiné to Max Greco. And we are tied at 3. I mean, this second period had a whole lot of nothing. Now the Seahawks Hockey Club with 2 late second period goals. Tight. Atticus Bean puts it in front. Ethan Dagger. Shot, and there was the block. It came from the Express's Liam Morgan. I believe didn't need his goalie to make that save. Now here's an Express player crashing in, passing in front. Sabo rescues us temporarily. Then Douglas puts it home. Ben Douglas with his second goal. And the Express are back out on top. It's 4-3, and there's a quick chance for the Express. It was Liam Ladd that'll get the primary assist here. Good check by Ben Douglas in front. Score. Ben Douglas to Hudson Perry. And the Express take a 5-3 lead. And this top line for the Express Hockey Club has been lethal in this game. Bobby Orr certainly would appreciate the dive down, but just the finishing move to the net, Tay Mills. And I think the Seahawks do have that memo. What a big knockdown that was by Purdue. Now the Rangers moving in the offensive ice, and they score. Bichette got it to Berg. Third line strikes for the Rangers. Mike Bichette, the left winger. James Berg, the right winger, finishing in front strong. And the Boston Rangers have the 1-0 lead. 6 minutes, 3 seconds into the first. Quick pass, Herrera. Shot off the back of the rink from the pass of Hirschberger. McManus for Rugg. Pass through the left circle, back for Rugg along the line. McManus, and then quick in front Herrera, and that one didn't go through. And now on the follow-up score. Power play goal. Seahawks have tied the game at 1. The goal is Kate Herrera. Nadelka with a clear. And this is for Will Halecki, dropped it. Too many Seahawks around. John Sterling was almost able to run out. Here's a rescue by Hall. Score. Off the post and in for Andrew Hall. And that's going to be an unassisted goal. The Seahawks almost had it out. Andrew Hall crashed into the picture and ripped it home. Time the goal, 5 minutes, 11 seconds into the second period. McManus, near side, shoots, and a deflection, went down. Feel like made the save with the pads. Moved on by SHC. McManus got there in time. Herrera in front. Sterling was in front, and the shot went by. Couldn't deflect. Seahawks will hold on here with Mueller. Shooting, score! What a snap job off the metal and in for Alex Mueller. And it's deuces here in game 2. Drummy from the far half wall shoots. Fielak to save Nichols. Crouching for the rebound. Blasted. And it's a save for Fielak. Rangers get it out to neutral. Sterling is going to be able to cross in just in time with the Seahawks player getting out. And then allowed for Baxter to shoot, but he just missed. Seahawks get one back out in front of the net. Oh, that was close. And talk about the timing of that. That was almost offside, but it wasn't, and the Seahawks almost got the goal. A lot of almosts. Beal crossing to the left circle, shoots, scores. Brett Beal with a late go-ahead goal. 5:26 left in the third period. Boston Junior Rangers take the 3-2 lead. Oh, I mean, you think of what could have been here. Seahawks were that close. Key face-off. Rangers have really been good at them tonight. Halecki got the better of that versus McManus, and it's going to be dumped out. 20 seconds left. Herrera with the rolling tire. Down, and here comes the rush. Herrera, 14 seconds left. McManus into offensive ice, gets through. Settle down, and empty net goal for Will Halecki. Bingoes it with 5.1 seconds left.